Hey guys, I'm Rachel DeSantis with the New York Daily News, and today we are live with Christoph Brown, the amazing Etch Man.
Hello.
Because tomorrow is a National Etch A Sketch Day.
It is. I'm so excited. It was the 56 years ago Etch-A-Sketch was sold.
And as you know, it's upgraded a bit since the one you remember from your childhood. This one has fancy knobs, and this one is black and white, which is pretty cool. But today, you can be the fastest Etch-A-Sketch,
Yes,
right? You're up there in that?
Yeah, I'm the fastest
I don't know how to word that.
Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a portrait of you right now on a hot pink Etch-A-Sketch as I talk about National Etch-A-Sketch Day and the new products that are coming out. Now, little history about the Etch-A-Sketch. It was invented by André Cassange in France, and it was brought over here, and a Spin Master, the global children's entertainment company that brought you Hatchimals, acquired it last year and set a world's record. I actually hosted the world's record for the most people drawing on an Etch-A-Sketch at the same time.
And how many was that?
I think it was over 400.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And so Spin Master is bringing the Etch-A-Sketch into the modern age with some new Etch-A-Sketch products that I'm really excited to show you today.
We're excited to see it. So how long have you been Etch-A-Sketching? Like, when did you first realize this was something you were really good at?
I was in a coffee shop in 2002, and someone left a pocket Etch-A-Sketch behind, and I could just do it. It was the most miraculous thing. And so I would put the drawings up in the morning in the coffee shop, and people started freaking out over the drawings. So I said to myself, I'm going to turn this into a career. And in America, you can make anything possible. And so that's what I did. I turned it in. I do private parties and events. I invented it for the private party industry, and now I travel the country and the world. I've been doing it for over a decade now, and now I have apprentices, and I've gathered together the top 30 Etch-A-Sketch artists in the country, and we're doing special projects, and created a whole superhero persona and all these gadgets and gizmos to go along with my quest to etch joy into the world.
That's not a bad gig.
No, it's not a bad gig at all. And now I'm the brand ambassador for Spin Master's Etch-A-Sketch, and they're doing great things with the product. They're taking the brand into new heights, really. And I'm so excited to show you, all of these new things that are coming out. National Etch-A-Sketch Day. Tomorrow we're going to be actually doing a shake counter.
What does that mean?
A shake counter is we're asking people to take videos, them shaking their Etch-A-Sketch and putting it online, and then we're going to count it. And then they want to do the hashtag shake your etch. And so everyone just take an Etch-A-Sketch and shake the Etch-A-Sketch on a video, and then hashtag it shake your etch, and we'll have a shake counter in Times Square tomorrow. We're going to be doing giveaways tomorrow and all kinds of contests and stuff. It's going to be really a lot of fun.
So speaking of shaking, when you do your portraits on these things, you drain the graphite from the Etch-A-Sketch, right? So that way you can't shake it and ruin the beautiful design that you just created.
Right. So I have a whole team of people. My company, Etch Productions, what we do is we get into hazmat suits, and we drain out.
Actually?
Yeah, we do. We drain out all the graphite powder inside, so I have one shot to draw on the mechanism. So
no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all. But I've done it for so long that I, can do it without looking. Here, no eyes.
That's amazing. What was the first thing you ever drew? In that coffee shop.
I drew a dog, my friend's dog, and it was really, it's actually, you can still see that dog online today.
Really? Was the dog there, or you were just drawing it from memory?
The dog was from a picture, but I can draw from memory, and now I can even draw blind.
Really?
Yeah, I can draw without actually looking at it.
Do you ever have to map out what you're going to do, like beforehand?
Sometimes for the more intricate drawings, I actually do. I compose really fast on the pockets. I bring the pockets to parties. And I'm the big ticket item in the bar mitzvah Hollywood celebrity world. Mazel tov. So I bring a whole bunch of pocket Etch-A-Sketches, and now we have different packages and that we offer in terms of our services, and it's pretty awesome.
So what is the hardest thing you've ever done?
The hardest Etch-A-Sketch that I've ever done? I don't know if there's really a hard one. It takes the ones that take more time, and they're a little bit more intricate. If there's doing perspective drawing and is a little bit harder. Capturing exact likenesses are pretty easy for me. I think I'm more gifted at the portraits, and there's other Etch-A-Sketch artists that I work with that are really amazing. So
I feel like I can't move. I feel like
no, you're doing a great job. Actually, you're perfect model in the Etch-A-Sketch. So yes, perfect. And actually I'm almost done, so I need to slow
I don't know
down
how
a
you're
little
doing
bit.
this. I'm going to try to draw one too while you go.
Okay.
Let's see
What
we
you're
can-
using right there is the Etch-A-Sketch Joystick. Actually, that's a good starter kit to graduate to the classic Etch-A-Sketch. We just actually, all of the power of the knobs is now put into a handy dandy little joystick that moves 360 degrees. And then it still has the same shake away feature that the classic Etch-A-Sketch has. I do these classroom takeovers where I teach kids how to Etch-A-Sketch, and this is one of our starter kits.
So what is some advice for a novice Etch-A-Sketcher like myself?
A novice Etch-A-Sketcher like yourself is using both knobs. And
This one only has one.
I know. Well, that one is actually, you get the feel of the knobs with that joystick. So it's a good way to like feel the feeling of the Etch-A-Sketch, and then you'll graduate. I want everyone to know that Etch-A-Sketching is not hard if you know the secrets of how to do it. And on it's just a matter of getting your mind frame into the into it. So
Your first portrait was a dog, so my first portrait is also going to be a dog. But I
Now-
think yours is going to be a lot better because mine looks like Winnie the Pooh. Right
Now, I'm also excited to tell you about this. This is the Etch-A-Sketch Freestyle, which draws just like a regular tablet. It still has the same shake-away feature as the classic Etch-A-Sketch, and it's also really good. It has the same configuration as the classic.
It's more colorful.
And it's more colorful. But you can draw directly onto the screen, and then these are great little stamps that are actually like you can use to create designs.
Oh.
It's really, really
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
I'm really excited about this.
Did you play with Etch-A-Sketches when you were a kid? Did
I
you
never
pick
picked it. It's a funny thing is
Never?
I picked it up as a child and I put it right back down. I was like, you can't do anything with this. And I didn't know the secrets then. And I think now, like if I could only have known then, where would I
be
be?
ahead of you.
Right. So I didn't. Yeah, I did. I picked it up late in life, but I'm just so blessed to be able to do this because every day I show people that something impossible can be made possible. And so I've gathered together the top 30 Etch-A-Sketch artists in the country. And
That's more than I would think that there would
yeah,
be.
people are like, there's actually 30 Etch-A-Sketch artists in the country, and we're working together on special projects right now. And one of it's called Etch United. We're called Etch United. It's kind of like Pantheon. I put together my own Justice League of Etch-A-Sketchers, and we're working with Spin Master Toys. My company has partnered with them, and we're gonna just make the Etch-A-Sketch the most popular sensation it's ever been, just like it was in the 1960s.
Do you think I'll be number 31?
That is actually really great. Look at that. She did that on the Etch-A-Sketch joystick. Look at that.
If I can do it, anyone can do it. Providing hope for the people.
Now, let's just show a little sneak peek of what I've done with her. Are you ready?
Oh my god, that looks like me.
It does look like it.
It's
Well,
just
that was
like-
kind of the whole point, is to do the portrait like
I know, but I'm very impressed. That's amazing.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
That never gets old. That reaction just
When
never
people are
gets
like-
old. I love it.
Because I believe you can do it, but then you see it for yourself and you're like,
Well, and I do
That's
this.
me.
I do this for a living, and it's such a blessing because I see adults that are 70 years old. They'll come up to my etch pot and they're like, "Is my Etch-A-Sketch ready?" And then they'll see it. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, you can't!" And I just see them melt into little children.
yeah,
like
I want
melt
to
into
hang
a
that on
little
my
child.
fridge.
And you can. This is actually preserved not to erase. Oh no. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding.
That's amazing. And so then you have to glue the knobs, right? Because if you don't,
Right.
it could just draw on it.
Right. So what we'll do
Goes
for this next part of that, we'll pop off the knobs and then we'll glue them down, and then and it's just really exciting. You can order these online, or you can order this for a party, and then I have a whole team of Etch-A-Sketch artists that we work with that are awesome, and they're all across the country too. So you might find an Etch-A-Sketch artist in your region that we can set you up with, and you can actually sit for a longer portrait if you want.
This is so cool. I'm so impressed.
Well, thank you so much. I also want to tell you, you don't have to wait for me to do your Etch-A-Sketch. If you want to go to the app, Spin Master is launched an app. It's called Etch-A-Sketch It, and you can get it from Google Play and at the Apple Store. And you basically just upload pictures to the app, and it'll actually do the Etch-A-Sketch for you. You could also draw just like an Etch-A-Sketch, shake it away, or save the drawings.
That's awesome. And he was just saying he got his iPhone for the first time.
I got my
He's like,
iPhone.
"Oh,
Yeah,
apps."
this is like I've never had an iPhone before because I Etch-A-Sketch, and I was like, wow, technology, wow, this is so
Different
cool.
kind of screen than you're used to.
And of
working
course,
with.
I got a red one to match all of the red and black of my color motif here. So yeah.
Do you have to stop yourself from trying to use knobs on the phone?
Yeah, and sometimes I was like, I'm gravitated. It's like I wish the whole world could be just operating just an Etch-A-Sketch. I would just be like,
When you drive your car instead of a
I want-
steering wheel.
right. I want Spin Master
turn left.
I want Spin Master to actually create for me a large Etch-A-Sketch, you know, like a picture frame window one that I could just shake like this, you know.
Is that, like, I feel like that would be something they would have in the world record book, like, largest Etch-A-Sketch ever. Have you seen that? Does that exist?
It doesn't exist yet, but, you know, with Spin Master is an innovative company, so I imagine these next couple of years we're going to be doing all kinds of things like that. Like last year we set the world's record for the most people drawing on an Etch-A-Sketch. I'm sure we'll be able to set other world records coming up.
So if you take this one, for example.
This is the classic Etch-A-Sketch.
This is the classic. But if you only were allowed to use one side, could you do it one-handed? What would happen? I'm just curious.
You really can't. You know, it's like, and this is a great, I want to say this, Jeff Garridelli, who's, I mispronounced his name. It's called Jeff Etch. He's one of what I call the legends of Etch-A-Sketch. There's about 4 or 5 Etch-A-Sketch artists that started in the medium, and they've been doing it since the 1960s, you know, and there's also people that I've mentored with that are amazing. They're called the Legends of Etch-A-Sketch. And he does these TED Talks. He doesn't do Etch-A-Sketch anymore, but he does these TED Talks. And one of the things he said, and I think this is really apropos, because he said about our nation is like the Etch-A-Sketch, and it really takes the right hand and the left hand working in unison to make a complete picture. And I really love that metaphor.
Yeah, very insightful.
Very insightful.
So if it was a big one, though, like so big that you couldn't do them both at the same time, like a life-size Etch-A-Sketch, would you have to get like teams of people on either side coordinating to make it work?
I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. I think that's something that Spin Master and my company Etch Productions will figure out in the coming future for sure. I can show you real basic how to etch a sketch. I'll just show you little tips and techniques. Basically, we have the up and down feature like this on the classic Etch-A-Sketch. So you use the knob to go up and down, and then from side to side, you use the other knob. Now watch this. This is where you start to get the technique. I'm going to go in and out and in and out like this. In and out, in and out. And I create a diagonal line. Okay?
You can move this.
Yeah, and then if I go go back and forth, I create the other diagonal line. Now, I use this is my method. I massage the top of my thumbs like this. Massage the top of my thumbs. And that's kind of the feeling when you do a circle. And they say only a crazy man can draw a circle. Well, what am I when I draw a circle on the Etch-A-Sketch? I don't know. So when I do this, so basically what the circle is like switching back and forth in the feeling between one diagonal line to the next. So it's kind of like you're doing this, right? So when I draw a circle, so let me watch when I draw a circle. Ooh. Now I'm switching from side to side to back to forth, and I can draw a circle. And then, as you start to practice, you start to smooth out your lines. You get, and
you make that look so easy.
And it's really not as hard as you think it is. It's just a matter of getting into your mindset, a mindset of being able to do it. And it's really I think what it is that both sides of the brain are working in unison. Sometimes we're one side of the brain dominant, but with the Etch-A-Sketch, you're literally using both sides, the imaginative side of your brain plus the hand-eye coordination, which makes the toy so amazing, but also makes it, can be difficult to learn and challenging at first.
You can say that.
But I'm going to tell you, you can Etch-A-Sketch. Don't ever believe that you can't Etch-A-Sketch, because you too can. Because I thought I couldn't do it too. And then, for years, and then I picked it up. I was like, oh, and then and I wish that someone had showed me how to do it. And then, where would I be, and what kind of drawings would I have now?
Yeah.
Is it better to just, when you're starting out, to focus on shapes?
That's what that's in my tutorials. That's what we actually do. Like you can practice the diagonal lines to make a triangle.
Oh wow, that's a great triangle. I'd expect nothing less, but.
And then you can go upside down to make.
You do that at the bar mitzvahs?
I do.
You're a star there.
Yeah, it's one of the first things you learn how to draw at a bar mitzvah, and and then not to leave anybody out. I would like to do all the religions, but I don't know if we have time. But yeah, you can start, and then you can learn to do buildings. So I would start with the up and down, and to do buildings and windows and things that you can do.
Do you have a favorite thing you like to draw? Do you prefer like scenes or portraits?
I really like to engage people and like to draw people. That's my favorite thing to do, mainly because I like people and I like to engage with them.
I guess a building can be like, oh yeah, that really looks like me. Good job.
Right, I know, exactly. That's a good point. And I like to perform with the Etch-A-Sketch. It's also a performance piece. Creating the Etch-A-Sketch superhero motif, and I was a musical performer. So my goal is that we're going to take this and put it on stage. I'm going to Etch-A-Sketch live. and show people, you know, like, we're working on a larger project called Etch-Stravaganza with Etch United, and hopefully that'll debut, you know, in the next couple of years.
That's awesome. And he was telling me before he once drew Stevie Wonder while singing.
Right. So like people
cool.
asked me about my world's record, and I said, well, initially I drew a ball, a cone, and a cube in was it 2005, I believe. I can't remember the actually I've been doing this for so long, and I did it in less than 2 minutes. But you can go online now and see me drawing Stevie Wonder in 90 seconds while singing Superstition. So check that out on YouTube. And if you also can, check out my music video called American Toy Boy, which is awesome. Also check out the Spin Master website. Go to @SpinMaster, and they have all the information on National Etch A Sketch Day. It's going to be so great. Tomorrow we're going to be in Times Square.
In the suit? In the super suit?
In the super suit. I'm going to be Etch-A-Sketching people live. We're going to have contests. We're going to do the shake counter. The shake counter I'm so excited about because it's just a way for people to participate. They don't even have to draw on Etch-A-Sketch. They just shake it. You know,
yeah,
draw
that's the fun
something
part.
and shake it.
Like,
actually, shaking it is, right? Right?
It's my favorite part.
Shake, 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 sit around. Shake your body line.
Well, one of our viewers was asking, and you kind of mentioned it before, about taking apart, which I imagine every kid had done at some point or another.
Oh yeah, everyone's like
Etch-A-Sketch.
etched out the screen so they could see inside it. You know.
I never did that.
You
I
never-
should have done that, I guess.
Yeah.
Wasn't a curious enough child.
I can't remember how long it takes, but that's one of the first things you do with an Etch-A-Sketch. It's like, what is, oh, I'm gonna, and then you realize that it is an etch. You were actually etching off powder off the glass, or the plastic screen. So these knobs actually control a cursor on an XY axis. The French electrician that gave us the Etch-A-Sketch, the French gave us the Statue of Liberty and they also gave us the Etch-A-Sketch.
Two most American things.
Was
you
La
can think
Crown
of.
Magique in France. And then it was brought over to America during the World's Toy Fair in 1960. And it became huge because of the television boom, because it looked like it's considered the first laptop, actually, ever made. First laptop computer, which is very interesting. And I just have the greatest passion. They've created all kinds of products over the years with Etch-A-Sketch. They have a Fabergé Etch-A-Sketch now, diamond encrusted Etch-A-Sketches.
Oh, fancy.
And it's just neat. There's pocket Etch-A-Sketch. There's the travel size Etch-A-Sketch.
Is that smaller than Pocket?
The travel is just a little bit
That's
larger.
Like an iPad versus an iPhone.
Right, and then they have the little minis, which I've done the Sistine Chapel on. I'm kidding. I didn't.
I would have believed it. I would have been like, that's probably great.
Really, he did the Sistine Chapel, a little mini Etch-A-Sketch. That's awesome. But it's really great. So I'm just really excited about the National Etch A Sketch Day. I think it's going to be really great. All the artists, Etch-A-Sketch artists, are coming out for it, and this is just this exciting time for Etch-A-Sketch because Spin Master is really going to take this product and this brand and do amazing things with it. And my company's right on board to help them, and it's just. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Who would be excited? I play with toys for a living. Who wouldn't be excited about that,
Yeah,
right?
can't complain about that. You're living the dream.
I'm living the dream. I get to kids of all ages get to spread that joy. And the great thing about it is when I do Etch-A-Sketch a portrait of someone, to see that joy translated. It's just it just feels wonderful to be able to make people smile like that.
Yeah,
of all
that's
ages.
awesome.
Because you have 70-year-olds that are like, I remember when I had an Etch-A-Sketch. But the big line that I get from everyone is like, well, the only thing I can draw is a staircase on that thing. I can't believe you can do
that I can do. Even though my dog was very...
All right, let's do the staircase. Okay. I'll do the staircase. And actually, that's when we set the world's record last year with Spin Master. We did it in Toronto and all of their other companies across the globe. And that was what we drew.
You said you could do that.
I thought so too.
No, you did a good
I
job.
lied. I'm sorry. I need to practice.
No,
Well,
you
you
did a
need the
good
two knobs
job.
to do it. That's why.
That's true. That's what it is. That's what I meant on that.
But when we set the world's record with Spin Master last year, that's what they had everyone draw.
The staircase.
Yeah, the Guinness Book World Records
Etch-A-Sketch for
adjudicated it.
beginners.
And it was really exciting. It was really, really exciting. Spin Master is a really fun company, too. It's a really fun company. They do the Hatchimals, Paw Patrol. And they have a lot of inventors at their company that just, when they come up with something like the Hatchimals, it's incredible. But they want to really push they want the classic Etch-A-Sketch to remain forever. What is that one?
That is what I call a bullseye. That's a bullseye.
That's really incredible.
Yeah.
See, but you made
Yeah.
a circle on the joystick, and
Yeah.
that's the starter. You start with the joystick, you get the feeling of the knobs, and then you can graduate onto the classic. And
I'm
once you
really
get to the
good at
classic, you're going to become a master. You're going to become what we call the master of the magic screen.
That's me. Well, I'm just trying to be on that list of top 30. So in a year maybe. All right, well, you'll be in Times Square tomorrow.
Times Square tomorrow from 10 to 2. And then we have all kinds of wonderful events planned. So please, come and check it out. And you can also look and check out all the information at Spin Master on Instagram and social media, at Etch-A-Sketch, and at Amazing Etchman. So those are our social media tags. And then hashtag Etch-A-Sketch, hashtag Etch-A-Sketch it. And we, of course, shake your etch, take a video of shaking your etch and hashtag shake your etch, post it, and we'll add you to the shake counter tomorrow. That shake counter I'm really excited about. It's going to be fun. Just to see all the shake counter. I mean, it could be a world's record, I think.
We'll see.
We'll see. Awesome. Well, thank you for having me today.
Yeah, thanks for being here. I'm so excited about this.
It's been a lot of fun. I love New York. I love New York. It's great. Great people. It's great people. Great people.